ready? Okay, back to the atomic bombs, August the 6th and August the 9th. Controversy about that, whether or not we should have dropped the bombs, because of so many people were killed, so many Japanese civilians were killed. The story was later on, historians tested, certified, not certified, but stated they expected to lose about 1 million men if we had to invade the homeland. We had plans, the Americans, our brain trust had plans for an invasion in November of 1945. And they were expecting heavy casualties. They knew that the Japanese were not going to surrender. So there are people that think that after the first bomb, they would have quit if we'd given them time. But I don't think so, and a lot of historians say that it took the second bomb to convince them that it was time to quit. They were not ready to give up. It took them 2 or 3 days after that second bomb to decide that they've had enough. So they stopped the fighting, and we shot down that last kamikaze. Oh, they told us that was the last kamikaze, and I don't know about that. I've tried to verify that, but I'm not sure. But it was after this, supposedly after the fighting had stopped. But on August the 22nd, which was a week after everything was stopped, Admiral Halsey called all of the ships in a close formation. Now, up until the time when the fighting stopped, when we were still at war, the task units, the task groups, the task force would be spread out over a wide area. I don't ever remember seeing a ship much closer than 500 or 600 yards, maybe 1,000 yards. So the ships were all spread out. And we had the Task Force 38. There were 3 task groups, and within each group there were 3 task units. So all in all, the Task Force 38, there were 9 task units, and each of those units probably had close to 200 ships. So you had a lot of ships out there spread out over a wide area of the Pacific Ocean. And on August the 22nd, all the ships got called in to a close formation, really tight, and we were at battle stations, and I could look out from my perspective, I could see a heavy cruiser out there, maybe 100 yards away, which was very, very close when you consider the maneuvering that everybody had to do to get in close. But while we were in that close formation, all of the aircraft that could fly, probably 1,000 planes, flew over the fleet at a very low altitude, maybe 1,000 feet. Flew over the task force that was all at a close formation. It was a remarkable sight.